Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. I'll tell you, Shalom, shalom. You guys are? Share this thing. Shalom, huh? Yeah. The sound is there, man.
Sound is good.
Yes. Sound is expediently good.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we are GMS Buffalo, coming out once again, all right, with another hopefully edifying lesson, through the Spirit. But first and foremost, let's face the East and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, all right, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have ruled well to the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days of mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways and on the hedges and on the unicorn, which is the internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days, and to the rest of the elect in the household of faith, man, a mighty shalom.
Shalom.
All right? So we're going to get right into it, right? It's the new year, all right? 2026 has arrived, all right? And the title of this, hey, you've been warned, man. All right? You've been warned. All right? And there's all types of stuff going on, man. There's all types of stuff going on. Somebody can give me Proverbs 1 and 20.
Yep.
Somebody give me Isaiah, Isaiah 58 and 1. And somebody give me Ezekiel 3.
Yeah.
Start there. Right? So, hey, listen. It's been what, a couple days? And stuff is already popping off, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on right now. All right?
Yeah.
Somebody who got the Proverbs 1.
I got you.
I got you.
Proverbs 1, verse what? Proverbs chapter 1, in verse 20, it says, wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. Mm-hmm. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. Mm-hmm. In the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Hey, how long? All right? And, we had the Lord brought judgment on simple folliness, right? What happened at that in the Alps, right? You had that bar fire, right? That deleted 40 people, right? And injured 100 more. How long will you love simplicity, man? How long will you love the simple stuff, man? Where all hell is getting ready to break loose, man. All right, keep going.
It says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge, man. This is what's going on. All right, wisdom is crying out. All right, wisdom has been crying out to the four corners of the earth, man. All right, you've been warned. You can't say that you have not been warned. All right.
It says, turn you at my reproof. Mm-hmm. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you, unto you, Salakia, and I will make known my words unto you.
Right, and that's what we're out here doing. Right? That's what the men of Yahweh are out doing.
Yeah.
We're out here prophesying, telling you what's happening, man. Yeah. We've been crying out for so long. All right? And here we are another year into the, Lord's will, the said destruction of this place, man. That's what we're looking forward to, man. Somebody give me Jeremiah 28.
Yeah.
28, start at 7.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. This is the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil.
Hold on, of war. What's going on right now, man?
Yeah.
All right, it's all types of talks of war.
Yeah.
It's acts of war.
Yeah.
All right, you just had, while everybody was sleeping, right? Nero, all right, placed his little plan to do what?
Yeah.
He went and bombed Venezuela, took the president, took his wife, and held him captive.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know, this is what's going on.
Hey, also you had what's that dude name? Zelensky trying to assassinate.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Putin.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to assassinate Putin, and Putin sent his
Hey, how cold is Putin? Putin sent his man.
yeah, he sent his missiles and put them towards his nuclear missiles, and it's a possibility that they might nuke where Zelensky at, because they know where Zelensky at.
At Slovakia. Putin's man also came and met with a U.S. official, handed them the chip that America used for the drone strike that they and sat it on the table and was talking to
We know
them.
it's
Yeah. You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit crazy.
And they flexing their power, man.
Flexing. Like,
You
listen,
know?
man.
They flexing their power, bro.
Yeah, that's getting real.
You know what I mean?
They
And that,
flexing,
it was an article that I saw earlier. It was talking about how Putin, they was getting ready to step in. That's why America went and did what they did before they could actually come in and do what they did.
Right, because they was going, what Russia was going to do was supposedly about to put their missile systems in Venezuela, so it's easier for them to hit the United States.
Yeah, the drones and all that stuff. Yeah.
And those are the guys who give leeway for China, man. So for China, they take a lot, they get a lot of oil from Venezuela now.
Yeah.
But since they're fucking up their money, and they might take advantage of it and attack Taiwan. Because they fuck up Taiwan, that fucks up a lot of the chip industry for America.
What do they got going on right now?
They
They got war games going on right outside Taiwan, man. You know, shooting missiles over the whole nine, man. You know?
When we finish this.
Read it again.
Jeremiah 28:8, this is the prophets that have been before me and before thee. It says, of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. It says of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
Hey, so we doing the same thing, man. All right, we're out here prophesying of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have him read, and then we can get the precepts. Read yours.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Pray out loud, fear not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgression, and in the house of Jacob their sins.
Hey, so we're out here to warn you.
Yeah.
All right. Not only are we prophesying, we're showing you what's happening before it happens, but we're also trying to warn you. All right, to get yourself right, man. All right, get yourself together. Okay. Got the precept?
I saw that.
Yeah, hold on to that.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than what we believe. The night is far spent, the day is in hand, let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And the main point is, the day is at hand, man. Like we're almost near that time of salvation. Hey, the fruits are near. Now, the fruits, the signs, that we're, the tokens of our salvation, we can see that we're near, man. So we have to work, we have to get to work now, man. We gotta get to work now, man. We gotta get in the field right now, man. Now, we still have a chance. Because when the day comes, when that time of trouble comes, which is damn near could happen tomorrow. But when it happens, hey, the work's done, man. So the ministry is gonna be over with.
Yeah, it's the night is too far spent to be sleeping, man. Right? You should be watching. All right. We're supposed to be watchmen. All right. You can't be at your job and falling asleep, man. You know, you're supposed to be warning the people. All right. This is not the time to be well, I want to go hang out at the New Year's party, man. There's too much stuff going on, man. Right? Too much stuff is going on right now. All right?
The Proverbs 28:5, or you want to get stuff too?
Then we'll get that. Because what he was saying, it's high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 5.
28 verse 5.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment.
Evil men understand not judgment, man. Right? You saw what happened, and most people who saw what happened at the bar in the house, and they took heed to that. They saw that when that first happened. He's like, oh, the Lord is coming and bringing his judgment, man. Right? But evil men, they don't consider that. You know? They just consider, oh, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. No. Right? The Lord is showing and is showing people and giving people, warnings, through his judgment.
Yeah.
All right? You should take heed when you see judgment come upon people, man.
Yeah.
Read it again from the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but that seek the Lord understand all things.
But they that seek the Lord understand all things. Right? So you see that, you say, oh, man, the Lord's not playing.
Yeah.
I better get myself together.
That's right.
I'm here always sitting, you sitting on your ass, not doing you know what? I need to go do this work.
Yeah.
The Lord is not playing.
Yeah.
He's
not
terrible.
Any judgment, on the small scale all the way to the highest.
Right.
We see it. That's how we see it.
We discern it.
We know we living in that time. Huh?
Right.
I got a precept too, but go you first.
All right, so off of the precept before that and that, the one before that. This is Matthew, the 25th chapter. It says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him, right? Because Revelation, the 19th chapter, the bride is making herself ready, right? And all these things that's coming about, right? You're supposed to be being occupied, because when Yahweh returns, he's going to see faith on the earth. He said, blessed is he when the Lord returns and find you laboring, find you working. This is the high time to work, but not just because of only signs, it's because of the truth is out here now. Right, brothers you should, just like Paul said, I am compelled to teach the gospel. You should be forced through the Spirit to do this work, because the Lord is showing how great and terrible he is each and every day. Like, this is the start of 2026. And shit is already cracking, man.
And the Lord, when you look at Yahweh Shai, man, Yahweh Shai was that example.
Yeah.
He said, I must work the works while it is day.
The
night cometh, right, when no man can work.
Right.
All right? So this is not the time to be asleep.
Yeah.
He said it's already cracking. You see they cut off the child care for all
Yeah. What is that, 165,
Yeah.
185 million? Like something crazy.
Daycare, how you gonna go to work? How they gonna go to work? You said you want people to go into the work for it, and you want people to be working, but how they gonna go to work if they ain't got nobody to go watch their kids? Crazy.
But it's the tactics of the cruel Lord, man. It's the tactics of the cruel Lord.
Yeah.
And listen, he's got his hands in everything right now.
Yeah.
He's got his hands out in Iran right now. He's got his hands in Venezuela. Yeah. And then over here, what is he doing? Taking away taking away money, taking away everything.
Student loan debt.
Yeah.
They got to start taking money out of your wages.
Yeah.
Because you're student loan
At
debt.
first they were supposed to take it away, but now they saying you still owe that shit.
Right.
So this the demon that we playing with right here, man. The devil,
Man,
man.
I see it's a new homeless law too. So like they got a new homeless law that they started to enforce it that if you're homeless, you got to get put in some spot
Downtown, you gotta go somewhere.
They're gonna put you in rehabilitation center until you pass the evaluation.
Oh wow. It
That's
makes
the whole
sense, too,
thing.
'cause when they used to sleep out under the bridge, they put
Yeah.
the gate up so they can't go under there no more.
Right. So
so
they
they closed all that shit off.
they said if you look homeless.
Yeah.
So like if you know what I'm
But
saying.
what
you
does that
gotta-
mean, though? Ultimately, what does that mean?
Total control.
When that chip comes,
Yeah.
and guess what? When you don't take that, of course, you're
Yeah.
going to lose everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they got the law already in place.
Yeah.
They're going to have to snatch you up now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They just had this one video where they said the main three markets have to get this digital thing first. Hospitals, market, and I forgot the third one, but it was hospitals and food markets where they want to implement it first. I forgot what the third one was. I got that.
So book of Ephesians 5:15, and it reads, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." We in those times, man.
Yeah.
It's time to look at what's going on the earth, match it up with biblical parallels, and that's how you can gauge what days we in, man. Clearly in the end, clearly at the end.
Walking circumspectly is keeping your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
All right, watching. You know, and I grew up in the time there. That's what you was doing. You was always looking behind you, looking around.
Yeah, not much so in the truth, because now it's just like, man, whatever happens,
The Lord
but now spiritually, like, man, shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But just that much more now.
Yeah, for sure.
Circumspect now.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Head on the swivel. I don't trust it.
And that's why the time we in now is not time to be changing up your doctrine or changing your mode, because now you become a thorn. Now the sheep is able to see to see the truth right in front of them, what's the truth and what's not. The Lord, Luke chapter 2, verse 34, he revealing, many hearts are being revealed, on Esau, other nations, and Israelites.
Now, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." This is for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. And ultimately, man, just like the brother said, the men, the just men, we see what's coming, but the whole earth is in the whole earth. They in the spirit of slumber, man. All right, and that's one of the main reasons. That's the main reason why we come out here. Man. It says, but it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. He's going to come by a surprise, man. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. It says, and travail upon a woman with child. It says, and they shall not escape, right? But this thing going to come upon you like a woman when that baby dropped down into the bottom. It ain't no turning back, man. Life is about to change like in the snap of a finger, man. And see, we see it before it's about to happen, so we come out here constantly to warn you, man. Shit in the hand. We every day we telling you, we in the spirit of looking, we watching. You know, like the brother said, man, we spiritually watching over our shoulders, man. Because this thing about to get real, man. The Lord coming like a thief, man.
Yeah. And it's bad when the people of the world can see it too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's bad, man. Because the people of the world right now, they see that this place has no future, man. So this place ain't going up, man. The only thing that's going up is the smoke that got to be going up later on.
Yeah.
But right now, the people, man, they're miserable right now.
Yeah, especially Edom. Yeah, the lower class Edomites is getting online just complaining about everything now. Now they start to see what it feels like to not have that privilege no more, man. Because DJ Trump, man, he listen, man, it's playing upon tables at this place is ran by the tiny tops, man. And he's putting all his money, all the investments into what they're doing over there. They ain't caring about the people over here in the States, man. And now the lower level Edomites is starting to see what's going on, man.
Yeah.
The Lord has made Esau eat them bare and made them playing upon tables upon the whole world to see.
Yeah, they coming against the small hats, extra higher.
Absolutely.
You know
You seen the commercials that they do now? They got commercials.
Oh,
You seen
the
the
NFL joint. Like the
yeah.
football game.
Yeah.
They try to make you feel sorry for them and shit.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's like, anti-Semite, shit like that. And, they planning the, they really, that's why our people gotta understand they at war with us. And they're telling you like, it's like when people be saying stuff online like, the Jews did this and that, saying that, they watching your comments now. They said cyber warfare. When people think of cyber warfare, they think of like hackers and shit. Like, no, they talk about people on social media. It was just dude. He's not even from America. he was saying like America needs to start putting the First Amendment behind them for safety and watching all social media.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
So
yeah.
that it's gonna be. They talk about some. If you say something about a so-called JOO, that it's gonna be automatic 5 years in jail.
That's what I got at. When I seen them put that, I said, this how you know. This is what they're gonna use to come against everybody.
And that's why the family of the word about to come.
Yeah, I just got that. I just pulled that up just because we definitely in those times.
When you really look at it, it don't never really teach that, Israelites will make laws because you're speaking about them.
Yeah.
Put you in prison because
you're speaking about where's that at in the scripture?
You just afraid because the shit is gonna spill out that you not. Like, well, of course it's already coming out that you're not.
Yeah.
Somebody get Isaiah 10 and 1.
On the global scale though.
Yeah, because they're the
What
head.
must be allowed?
I got you.
Yeah, because only these small ones are the head. And hey, they go to show you they're not underneath the curses right now, because they're the head right now. They're all the
They control the media.
Yeah.
So like you say, it's right during the football games. It's right during these different things.
Yeah,
they
put
put
that
these
shit out
tactics out there.
That's goes to show
They
you
control
that
the narrative,
they
man.
not in mourning, they not in captivity.
Right.
They got a fucking commercial during the football
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
man. Like, it's making you and it's pushing you to feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this shit is crazy. I seen it. I said, yo, this is crazy. I told you at work.
I wanted to
I said,
record
this
it.
shit is crazy.
I wanted to
bro.
record it, but I'm glad
It was
somebody
too fast,
I was glad somebody saw it.
I said, yo, this is crazy, bro. I said, they doing too much.
And they make it no better because, the little podcast Captain Zaryak was on with that one Juju man. And he was like, break down Deuteronomy 28:68. He said, well, we didn't come here in ships, but we came here another way, not like that. He said, then how you fulfill this? So he tried to switch it and say, if you go to the Talmud, it really explains. He said, no, let's deal with the Bible. Since you say you the people of the Bible, you should be dealing with this. He couldn't break it down. Then he said, okay, if you can't deal with this, then where's the rest of the tribes? Why y'all never speak on them? Oh, because it's about Judah. It's about Benjamin and Levi. Yeah, it's some of them scattered too, but it's really just about Judah. They're what is it? They fall on their own tongue.
Yeah, absolutely. Their tongue shall fall upon themselves. Yeah. I just wanted to pull out a quick precept on what you was just saying about how the small tight tops, how they run the world, how they got all the money. It's the book of Psalm 73 and 12, and it reads, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. They own everything, man. Yeah. They completely the ungodly. They don't follow anything that the scriptures are saying at all. Matter of fact, they don't even believe in the scriptures, but they don't believe in the Messiah.
They don't, yeah.
They got all the money. They control the narrative.
That's Micah.
Micah 2 and 2. Yep.
You can tell the reason why they don't believe in the Messiah because they're creating obstacles outside of them, like Project Bluebeam, right? Or let's all come together, let's drop all religion, let's make a new one. If you believe in them, you wouldn't have all these other obstacles.
All you do is take them to the scripture because they don't know them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know. You go to the scripture. Like when you said with the Tazariak thing, he took them to the scriptures and they couldn't. All you want to do is answer with the scriptures. Well, hey, let's say it. How about Shana Shah? You know?
Yeah, and that lets you know what spirit them juju beings in because the true spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. Really? Right? The testimony of Yahushua is prophecy.
Absolutely.
So if you go into prophecy, that helps indicate a little bit that you believe in Yahushua.
Yeah.
And then it goes into your mannerisms, how you move, your obedience, your humbleness.
Well, read that one first.
Okay, this
You had something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's that one scripture? It's in Revelations where they say they try to accuse.
Accuse your brethren.
Get that real quick.
Brethren.
Get that real quick because I was going to say, you said that they don't believe in the book. They actually do. They really don't want us to believe. They believe. They know.
That's Psalms 83.
Yeah, they know the Most High will. That's why they got what's that shit called? The sixth branch of the military, the Space Force.
Yeah.
They got the Space Force because they're trying to fight. They know, like they tell us like, oh, these are UFOs, these are aliens, these are shit like that. But they know, you know what I'm saying?
They completely control the narrative.
They in control of the truth right now.
Yeah.
So they know the Most High. They don't want the people to know the Most High.
Yeah, Psalm 33. Let's cut them off from being a nation.
Well, they say that the devil knows what does it say? That scripture, the devil knows you tremble.
That
You know
will
what I'm
talk
saying?
Get that down to
I
Revelation.
got you. Yep. This is Revelations 12 and 10. And it reads, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now have come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, who accused them before our God day and night.
That's what they did. That's what they did. And you go back even to the what's that book in the Apocrypha? Judith, where where he say Judith 5, where he say if we could get these people to go off. See, they know the remedy. That's why they put up. That's why they give us pork and shit. Because they know the ways to keep us down. You know what I'm saying? They just want to keep us away from the
And Salakia, just going back on that accuser of the brethren, they just made Jake the face of terrorism. They linking him. They just linked Jake with the bombing, a bombing that just went down. They put the face of the Jake on it.
Right. Because they try. That's why you got. That's why vocab alone always trying to mix the Israelite thing with Islam. And then you got people, Sons of Thunder, having them all in congregation.
I seen that. I seen that. Yeah.
But that type of activity, even General Yohana said, y'all seen what he said this week? Where he said, we want
Black America. I did a lesson on that.
He said, we just want, it's 15% a Jake in this country. If we can get 15% of the land,
call it Black America.
Yeah. They call it Black America. Hey, Yahweh Shai said he's going to give us the whole world. In the uttermost parts of the earth. See, but the point is, if you ever get the final call, the Muslim, when they be handing out the paper, on the back of the final call, it say like the exact same thing that General Yohana said. Like, we just want America to give us a piece of land and shit like that. They want to be equal to the white man. We over them.
That's great. It's crazy.
That's how you know them niggas is niggas, man.
They all in the same spirit. They still want to be here. They still want to grow here. They want to grow here. They want to, be equal.
Hey, IYC been linking up with Islam too, right?
The same thing.
You see, they all doing it. So
they be promoting
What's that? What do they call that? The 5013C.
C3.
That's who they are.
Brother, I say this every week that most those that's not in the faith and those claiming the faith is always thinking that this kingdom is going to last. And no kingdom lasts. When you go into history, Rome probably went the longest outside of Egypt for like 400 years, but technically they had falls and coming back again. America not about to last that long.
So you get John, 1 John 2,
Isaiah 10 and 1? Okay, this Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
And that's what they do, right? They write these unrighteous decrees. All right, they make up these wicked laws. All right, and they do that while everybody is partying and dancing and doing all this other stuff. And on that left hand side, what are they doing? They're writing up these laws to persecute Jake, man. They're coming after Jake. You know what I'm saying? And just Jake never sees it coming, right? Because Jake is blinded by the circus, sports, the entertainment and everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
And that
what feast days, man.
And just what you just said, that indicate that this is Rome.
Yeah.
Because they doing the same thing that Rome did, but way even greater on a higher scale.
So you think about that with the Minnesota taking away the child care, right? They 2 or 3 rogue child cares. They took away the whole state's funding for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing, man. $165 million. So now people can't, they can't take their kids to school. They can't do this, right? What are you gonna do? You can't work. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that they're doing.
Get ready, Eve.
Your
days is coming, Eve.
And then, you gotta think, all them single mothers that was getting that child care, they can't go to work. Then, not only that, all the daycares that was their sense of income, their source of income, they shut down because they was getting that money.
And what else are they doing now? Now they changing the SNAP thing. So now you can't buy all the snack, the junk
Yeah.
food,
Oh, yeah.
and different things. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of good though. That part
It
is
is,
kind
but
of
you know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Now
They're
they
doing
still
all
trying to
these
hold
different
it,
things.
though.
Yeah.
They
This
putting
is- this is
criterias
what's-
on it now.
This is what's going on. So they're slowly, they gave you those gifts, and now they're taking it away right from underneath you, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
slowly taking away all those gifts
Oh, yeah.
that you gave up everything for. You know what I'm saying? You gave up your man, you gave up, you know, all these different things because you thought he was gonna take care of you, and now what has he done? He's abandoned you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, that's why right now is a whole shift in the media world where now you got rappers saying, man, I'm not making no money now. It's rappers becoming streamers now.
Yeah.
Right? And now they hiring streamers to go on Temu with freaking TV shows and promote they damn stream. You know, because they want to put niggas in fucking La La Land.
But you know what? It's also been a spiritual awakening too, though, because now Jake is realizing that these celebrities and all these rappers and everybody, they don't have their best interests at heart. And it took Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion with their extremism, you know, for them to come to that awakening. But
But it's good though.
That was
the
good.
Lord is waking up Jake, man.
Yeah, so that's
He's
why these
showing it.
rappers ain't making all the money no more like that no more. Because Jake has been, they woke up to the point where they realized, wait a minute, we tired of hearing this shit. We tired of y'all talking about this shit. Why y'all keep promoting degeneracy to our specific community? Jake has woken up. It has been an awakening. I'm not saying they came into the truth while they woke up, but it has been an awakening.
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of Jake, man, they on shit, they on game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, God.
But it's not according to knowledge. But
Right,
you know,
right.
Jake ain't dealing with certain shit with women no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of shit that people they up their hip on, but it's not fully the truth. It
Tide is turning.
really it come from what we doing. It came from here and it just spread. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's the Lord knowledge is spread throughout the earth.
The
You know what I'm
vibrations
saying?
of the Lord is definitely up.
But I got a precept. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 29, verse 21, and make, verse 1. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 20, for the terrible one brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all the watch for iniquity are cut off. It's on the peaceful. Then making a man offender for a word, and lay a snare for him, and reprove and negate, and turn aside the just for a thing not. And that's only what these small have to do with it. And making a man offender for the word, because only we're coming against them, man. Really the whole world started coming against them.
Yeah.
But especially us.
Yeah, it started off with us.
So only they're doing this thing, even with NSPM 7, the terrorist thing. Now they gotta label everyone the goddamn domestic team, because that will come against it.
When that video, y'all should look it up after 10, he was saying like, "Wow, you're not gonna have y'all little TV shows." And
Who was saying that?
the fucking
Small hat dude.
Yeah, it was like on MSNBC.
Word.
Yeah, he's like, "You're not gonna be able to have y'all little TV shows and shit." And we talk about like.
Yeah, he was going in. He said, no, he was.
Like all this small time, y'all like,
Yeah.
he's like, everybody think it's not hurting, say small, but like it's hurting. Like he was like, on
Small hats is hurt,
Yo,
man.
Trump said, he said, hey, man, celebrate what this might be your last Christmas.
Yo,
and
I
was
heard
kind of
about
like
that.
a joke, but I seen it like, yo,
I seen it, yeah.
I seen what he talking about. So
No,
like,
did you
get
see
real
the video? It was
2026.
another video. It was saying that, but this guy or a lady or somebody, they asked Alexa, you know, when is how many days till Christmas 2026?
Yeah.
And they said there is none. You know what it said, yo. You know what I'm saying?
It's an awful year, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Ever since the Seabiscuit hit, Matt people been saying that most of the holidays don't feel like holidays. It's just a whole bunch of people just trying to act.
The birth of the land is gone, man.
Yeah, it ain't been the same.
No, it ain't been hitting. No.
Like, it's just this shit going down. It's over.
Yeah.
Like around Christmas
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago, you knew it was Christmas. Like, you felt it.
Yeah, you felt
People
it.
was in that spirit, man. They was in that jolly,
Even
you know, reindeer.
even before I even walked into this truth, I'm like, man, I best stop celebrating that shit. I'm like,
Right.
man, listen, I ain't in no Christmas spirit. I told my grandmother that before she passed away. I'm like, I ain't in the Christmas spirit. I just don't feel it. You know
I
what
used to
I'm
work at the
saying?
plantation, man. When I used to work at the grocery, man, they would play that music starting, what is that? Right after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and they just play all, and you would see the people's spirit change. I mean, people just got evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just got hella rude and
Hey,
evil.
you know what's so crazy? Y'all ever notice around this time, like right before Christmas, Esau, he had turned into a damn angel of light. Yeah.
Wearing them
But as
sweaters
soon
and
as
shit.
this holiday's over, they right back into to that spirit that they was in. It's like this shit is crazy how they just try to, you know, they use a holiday to try to be nice and some shit. I'm like, this shit is weird.
Yeah, I work right down. I work right down in that atmosphere. You know where I work at. I see all the Edomites and their Christmas sweaters and their Christmas Santa Claus outfits, bro. You can see literally Esau. You can see Satan right on these motherfuckers, bro. You can't put. There's nothing you can put on that to cover that up. You know, I don't care how much you try to cover it up, man. The Lord made you better.
It's you know, just going back to what the brother was saying about basically, man, hey, we ain't supposed to be, you know, trying to add to Esau's kingdom.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be seeking what the kingdom to come. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 29. It says, "And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, either be ye of a doubtful mind." It says, "For all these things do the nations of the world seek after." It says, "And your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things." It says, "But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto thee." And that's the spirit that the minute of the Lord is in, man. We're in the spirit of seeking the kingdom to come.
Yeah.
You know, we can see that this thing is over with. We don't want to mess with Esau. We don't want to be equal on an equal playing field with them or the other nations. We want their asses, and we want to rule with Yahweh Shai, man.
Is that Luke?
It's Luke, yeah. We keep going.
Yeah, go to. I want you to go down to the to the days of Noah.
Okay, drinking. I got you. It says, I gotta read this real quick. It says, verse 32, it says, "Fear not, you little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." And that was the point right there, man.
Yeah.
You see, the Lord telling his little flock that it is his good pleasure to give us the kingdom of heaven. That's everlasting life, man.
The world.
There's nothing in that.
That's the cut. That's the cut to General Yohana. We don't want no 15%
But
of
the world
America.
is ours.
Yeah.
Why do we want this place that's about to burn up, man?
Listen, if we just say if we keep living, we're gonna die here, bro.
Yeah.
We looking for eternal life.
Right.
Said, call it Black
It's
America.
telling you, fear not. Read that again. Read the whole thing again.
It says, this is Luke chapter 12, verse 29. It says, "And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither."
Because like in Matthew 24, I believe in this, they say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a famine on the earth.
Yeah.
In these last days, when the famine of the word comes, it's also going to be a famine of food. But it say, "Fear not what you shall eat," because when you get Isaiah, what's that, 65?
Yeah.
13,
Yeah.
it say, "My servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry."
Yep.
The 2/3 gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
Heathens gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't gotta worry about what we gotta eat.
Yeah, I think he said in Matthew the 6th chapter, ain't you more valuable than
Yeah,
sparrows?
Yeah.
Second Ezra 15.
Yeah.
That the neighbors are gonna fight, you know, for the lack of bread.
And we got examples of prophets in the famine getting fed.
Yeah.
Many examples in the scripture.
In the book of Acts, they put their stuff together.
Yeah.
They got their stuff together during that time of the drought. You know what I'm saying?
Even the Lord can use the animals to feed you, man.
And that was the book of Acts. What more?
Verse 30, it says, "For all these things do the nations of the world seek after." It says, "And your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things."
You know we gotta eat.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, "But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High."
And Salakia, you know what's so cool? Like, and you just gotta watch nature sometimes. You just gotta watch. You ever just drive and you see the birds?
Yeah.
They found something to
they
eat.
fest.
Somehow.
Yeah.
The Lord they made a way.
Yeah.
They eating.
They
They're
know they
doing
gonna
good.
eat. Yeah.
In Buffalo, where it's snowing.
It's snowing.
You still got birds out
Yeah.
here flying and eating. The Lord is taking care of them.
Yeah, you walking up the street eating a bag of chips, you might
Yeah.
just throw that
Yeah.
chips out.
Yeah.
Even homeless people, like
Right.
nobody here have seen. I never seen a starver like
Yeah.
they used to show us the commercials
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Since today,
Yeah.
you see the Africans
Yeah.
with fucking
Stomach
flies
all out.
up,
Yeah.
fucking rich.
Yeah.
I never seen that here.
Yeah.
And I see no people that don't got no jobs but
Right.
they eat every day. That's
Every
the
day.
poor people.
Yeah.
Yahushua said you have the what does it say? You have the not the homeless, but he's like you have the always with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not- I can't
Always
tell.
gonna be with us.
Yeah.
In that day, it's people, everybody gonna be bugging out when it ain't no food, when it's pestilence, everybody getting sick and shit. Everybody gonna be bugging out.
Medicine and cure your ass.
But we should feel vindicated and feel like, okay, it's going down.
Yeah. It could be like the time when we was in the wilderness, right? Where you had some that was complaining, but not all of them was, but you had some that still held on the faith, right?
Well, listen, this is a whole different time where the seals is open. We understand the whole thing, so it's gonna hit us different. We're gonna be like, yo, this shit really happening. We're gonna be like, yo,
We read it as it's happening.
we're gonna be. Of course, we're gonna be in that spirit of being serious and fearing the Lord. But we're gonna be like, this shit really happening, bro. We're saying this.
The same thing when Israel, remember when all the brothers were bringing out that precept of Jeremiah, the least of them will bring draw them out. We all started speaking about that, talking about that. The Venezuela brothers was, actually I was up. All the brothers in GMS, they do a video. Everybody was talking about, oh man, they doing it. That's the same as when that MOTV comes. That's why if y'all watch Falling Off the second season, they promote Karagma in the second season. You know what I'm saying? So I know when that joint really comes, or the family of word, brothers is gonna be like, yo, this is it. They're not going back out no more. That shit gonna be crazy. You gotta
Verse 30, it says, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after. It says, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things, but rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added to you. It says, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. When it said, fear not, little flock, he was saying it said, fear not. And that's the spirit that we're in. You see, we're not in the spirit of fear, man. Because we know this thing got to happen. And really the spirit on us not to fear. This is what gives us the spirit to come out here and do this, man. Even though we know we a target. We're a real target. We the main target. Esau, Edom know our channels. They watching us, man. But ultimately it's because the spirit of the Lord is on us, man. And we know it's long, like the brother just mentioned, Isaiah 65:13, man. And we gonna be good, man. If we're in the good graces of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're gonna be covered.
I got a reset.
You said chapter verse. We're talking about Noah.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, it's 2nd Ezra 16, the point 75, and it's under 74. It says, here, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh Shema Shai, behold the days.
You gotta start up.
Okay.
You can't skip.
I know.
You can't skip that beat, right?
He's trying to get straight to the point.
Because it's going into
what we talking about. Yeah.
So we got
At least 7.
And I can pull a quick one.
Okay.
Going into
Okay, that's what I said.
I think, is it 69?
68. The spirit go to the Karagma. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's Salaki. He's already a madman.
Yeah.
Sparing none. All right, spoiling. Right, what did he do to that president? Took his wife, took over the country, said now we're gonna run it until we figure out who we're gonna put into it. That's Jeremiah 50 and 33. The children of Israel and the children of Judah are oppressed together. Okay. All right? And he that taketh captive refused to let them go. Paraphrasing, right?
Yeah.
This is what's happening right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like in the Greek captivity, what's his name got greedy? Antiochus, he went to Egypt and Israel. And when Rome made that treaty, he said, don't cross this line or we're gonna hold you hostage. And he got mad and he left Egypt alone and started afflicting Israel. Esau greedy, man. Verse 72, it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Come on. Be ye not afraid, neither coward.
These are the days of trouble, man. Yeah. And it's only just going to get turned up, man. The Lord is turning up that dial in the oven, and he's just making it hotter and hotter. Yeah. Right? While everybody is just good about what they're doing, the Lord is turning the fire up. And, like if you see like you put what, like a lobster or something in a pot. That thing, you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Until that shit get up in there.
Yeah.
And understand that it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
You
the
know?
same with when Jeremiah was prophesying that Babylon was going to take it over. Jake did not know. You go to Jeremiah the 7th chapter. He said, if you turn away from your evil ways and you come back to me and be humble, I will let you dwell in this land. And then Jake said, man, F that, and did them, and shit started to hyphen. Then they said, we're going to trust in Egypt as an alliance. He said, man, Egypt going to turn back around. Isaiah 31 and 2, Isaiah 31 and 1. You know, we always trusted in Esau. We doing the same thing fucking now.
Absolutely.
Verse 75, it says, be ye not afraid neither doubt, for the Most High is your God. Right? And again, the elect is depending on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Sirach 2 and 10. You know, was anybody confounded or forsaken that called on the Lord when in trouble, in distress?
And the answer is no.
Keep reading on that.
Okay. Verse 76, it says, the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said Yahweh Shemashai power, let not your sins weigh you down, let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Right. That's the thing too, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, it says a just man falleth and getteth back up.
Yeah, that's the thing,
You
too.
know? And that's the thing, because guess like we did a lesson. You know, and listen, the elect have mastered the art of falling and getting back up. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that, hey, we gonna fall, but we still gonna, you gotta keep going in this race, man.
Gotta keep going, man.
You have to keep running in this race, man. There's no stopping in this. So guess what? If you fall short, hey, get your ass back up. Dust yourself off, man. And keep going, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord said, look, you don't have time for that. That's what it says in 2 Ezra 8. Put off from these mortal thoughts.
Yeah.
Cast and flee the haste from these times, man. You know, shit is about to get real. You worried about that? Yeah.
Because greater evils than these shall come
Right.
upon your
Right.
ass. You better get your ass up.
That's why you gotta learn how to fall and get back up.
Yeah, you can't just sit there. Oh, I went off. How could I can't. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. No, you gotta keep going.
when you your bumps and bruises and you keep going, that's how you perfecting yourself, man. You know, that's how.
You build a callus.
Yeah.
You build a callus so you don't hurt no more.
Yeah.
You just get back up.
Second and the 7 say, how shall you get this great city if you have not went through the bumps and bruises that come before it, man. That's basically what it's saying. I'm butchering, man. But you gotta bump it. You gotta get through the bumps and bruises, man. And we've seen brothers let sins weigh them down. Literally, we've seen it before, bro. Oh man, I shouldn't be out teaching because if I'm doing this, why am I doing, man?
You gotta wash your hands,
You better get
man.
your ass out here, man.
Yeah,
Stop playing.
That happened to me a lot. People,
You gotta think of Paul. Paul, he was afflicted. That's why he was saying, man, I was persecuted in church. I don't even deserve to be an apostle, but I am, man.
Yeah.
I teach more than them.
Yeah.
What they teach, I teach. We teach the same thing.
He was actually right there, man, putting niggas to death.
Man,
Yo,
literally.
look. He was on the way to put a service of Yahweh Shai to death. When the Lord knocked him off the horse, man. He was on his way to do that. So what we saying?
Okay.
You know?
And then Isaiah 14, where they were stoning him to death, they thought he was dead, dragged him out.
dragged
And he
him out.
came
Got
back
up
the
and
next
started
day,
walking.
and they started teaching with whole face all fucked up. Jake, you haven't really been battle tested.
You gotta be humble in this thing, man.
Now that's a fact.
But you cannot fall. Once you fall, you just gotta get back up. You can't lay there and say, woe is me. You don't have time. The Lord said you don't have time to say woe is me at this point, man.
Yeah.
We too far in the game.
Yeah, Joseph.
So you sit at the finish line and be like, oh man, somebody feels sorry for me. No, man.
Yeah.
Get your ass up and crawl. Do what you gotta do to make it past that line, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Joseph didn't get him up, he was in jail for 2 years for something he didn't even do, but still held on to
Yo, he for real though.
Just read these last two. It says, woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes.
And you know what? Because that's the thing. Do you truly believe? Right? What does it say in 1 John? We have an advocate.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai, man. You know, who is the mediator. All right. Who it says, has thou sinned? You know, if you have an advocate. I don't know what is that. 1 John what?
2 and 1.
2 and 1. Can you get that just real quick and just read that part again?
Okay. It says, 2 Ezra 16:77, Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities like
Because
as a
Salakia,
veil.
you got Israelites out here talking about they don't sin. If you don't sin, what do you need Yahweh Shai to come back
Yeah,
for then?
no, that's a fact.
You know, that's a spit in Yahweh Shai's face right there, man.
Yeah.
That's saying that you don't need him, that you can do it yourself.
Yep.
You know, we can't do it by ourselves, man. We're all filthy rags.
Yeah.
You know?
They say they keep all the laws.
That's why they in the spirit of trying to build some shit here, because they not thinking that Yahweh Shai
Right,
returned.
right.
The book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 1. My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the righteous.
You have an advocate, man. All right, so, but do you really believe, though? You know, that's the thing. A lot of people don't really believe.
I got a lot of this. Just going back into just not fair. Brothers was just going into it, how we just can't be fair about. We can't just looking to be a fair. If we know we got Yahweh Shai, then we have nothing to fear. Even though we know these devils is watching, we know they're coming down with great wrath, and we can't be fair. You asking me?
Yeah. Just on that Greek word for advocate, one who pleads another's cause before a judge, a pleader, a counsel for defense, legal assistant, an advocate. So he pleading to Yahweh on your behalf. Then you know in the gospel he says, if you confess me, I confess you to the angels and to the Father.
Right.
You know, Yahweh Shai is really up there, like, yo man, this that right there, that's my server. Right
Imagine Yahweh about to come punch your card.
Huh?
Yahweh Shai comes, listen, no, wait. He gonna get himself together. He about to do some more work to praise you.
Yeah.
You know, let him, you know, give him some more grace. Give him some more of my grace, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that mediator.
Yahweh Shai is doing the same thing what Yahweh was doing in the time of Job.
Yeah.
You know, that's my faithful servant.
Yeah.
And we are Yahweh Shai servants.
Right.
Wow. Yahweh Shai doing the same thing as his father, man. Come on, go ahead.
I had Jeremiah 30 and 10 through 11, and it reads, Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee and measure, and I will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So man, we just gotta keep going, man. It don't matter how much Revelations 12 and 12 jump off the pages, no matter how much these devils come down with great wrath, gotta keep going because we know the Heavenly Father got us, man.
Yeah.
And you have to believe that. You have to believe that wholeheartedly.
Book of Psalm chapter 37. Let's start verse 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh upholds the righteous. Yahweh knows the days of the upright, but their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume with smoke, shall they consume away. So the main point right there is only the Lord is with the righteous. So he upholds their path. The fact I believe later on in the chapter says it makes them, gives them a perfect way, some along those lines. You know, make the path straight.
Yeah.
You know, but the Lord defending the righteous man. Now I got one more, verse 25. I have been young and now old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Man. So only the elect are not going to be begging bread. They're not going to be starving out here. So, like the brother said, looking like those African kids, with the goddamn skeleton showing shit. Man, no, we're going to be good, man.
Right. You gotta stay faithful and just like a lot of our people gonna go straight to them FEMA camps. They say, oh, we got food, all you gotta do is say, they gonna go there. We don't gotta do that though.
Yeah.
We just trying to stay faithful.
Right.
Yeah, we see Jake's throwing up all kind of food, all kind of bunkers. They just doing the whole shit hit the fan situation plan. They got all the food, all stocked up. Man, where's your trust in the Lord, man? Ain't nothing wrong with grabbing extra food. I mean,
But
we're
what
still in
good
the
is
flesh.
that? What good is that? Because the Lord gonna have you somewhere way away from that when trouble happens. And you're not gonna have that. And He's gonna give it to the righteous man.
Yeah, you don't got to get extra food. He said it's impossible that the Most High should lie. The Lord don't lie. It's impossible. So if he say something, that's how it is. Even get Matthew 10 and 4 real quick. Matthew 10 and 5. And this, we gotta remember these things. When he sent the 12 out.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 the house has sent forth, and command them, saying, go not to the way of the Gentiles, and ain't seeing the Samaritans, and you not, but go right to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. Receive ye, provide neither gold nor silver, no brass in your purses.
So he said, don't even take, when you go out and teach, he was sending them out. He said, don't even take no silver, no gold, or no brass in your purses. Go ahead.
Nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats,
He ain't say, pack a little bit, save a little bit up. Go ahead.
neither shoes, nor your staffs, for the workman is worthy of his meat.
Ain't no overnight bag,
Yeah,
none of that.
They had to have total faith in how about If you don't got no, like, I got $5 or stuff, saying like you get nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was,
That's boot camp, man. Yeah. That was boot camp, man, because only he was getting them ready for what they had to experience when they sit on their own.
and imagine every people taking you in at night, you in this city, and then it's that person taking you in, making sure you eat every single time. That builds up your faith. And that's how we got to be in that same spirit.
Oh, wait, because look, when you read that last sentence in the NLT, because it goes with 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter, verse 10, where it says, a man that don't work can't eat. So when you read that last part of that verse in the NLT, it says, don't hesitate to accept hospitality, because those who work deserve to be fed, right? Because the Lord is going to feed you off of being diligent, having faith on Him, and saints coming in His faith. The Lord been providing. Brothers is dealing with some shit, and the Lord been providing each day where brothers are still able. Hey, look, Cam, not one time brothers like, oh man, my phone, man, I can't do no lesson. We got brothers that like, man, man, I got you. And brothers still doing lesson and they going through shit. And the Lord still provides, man. Still provides. So how much more when shit really hit the fan, man?
The true servants of the Lord, the men that the Lord is really with, they already exercising, not even trusting in this kingdom at all, man. So the things that they going through now, you know what I'm saying? Brothers is like, man, fuck it, man. We trust in the Lord because the Lord is showing you. He's showing you that He with you, man. Like little different things that you're moving through in your daily life, and you see how it is planned out. You just know before you knew the Lord, this was not happening, bro.
What is it to lose?
Yeah, what is it to lose?
We ain't got nothing. What the hell? Like, listen, I'm losing what I don't already have. Okay, cool. But that's the mentality that you gotta have. When you get caught up in this stuff, oh man, I got your fancy car and shit like that. Then you become more attached to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The more you walk in this truth, the more the Lord starts to show you that He's with you. He ain't never let you, you ain't never been like to the point where you just couldn't get nothing to eat or whatever, or He always had you covered, man. And it's because you trust in Him. You know that He with you, man.
And it's crazy stuff. Like you go to the mail and you all of a sudden there's an envelope in there with a check in there. You're like, what the hell?
Where does come from?
You know what I'm saying? When you trying to figure out how you gonna pay something, and all of a sudden a check disappears. Like what? You know what I mean? That's the things that happen, man.
Just like how what y'all saying, like when a white boy grocery shopping, they trying to use the little cash that she got until she gets some new, and turn around the bread that she got in the cart. Then there $200 just sit right on the bread, and she ain't nobody around her, and she did not have $200. In those moments she come home, babe, I'm not trying to blow your head up, but you might be a man of the Lord because I'm nothing. and the Lord taking care of me because of you.
Yeah.
So just like what the brother said, like with servants, when like just a little examples where your sister come and be like, yo, we actually good. This is not gonna happen. You be sitting down, yo, the Lord really got you.
Yeah.
You know, when we have our little conversation, when we get done with camp, you be like, man, damn, you went through that. I said, man, and the brothers still be teaching like it ain't nothing. But then you see other examples where you see brothers be down. I don't want to teach. I don't want to. Man, you not really. You stressing on the shit you dealing with, but not putting the counsel of the Lord in your life, where you can still have comfort. Like my last point, where Yahweh, he said, when you fast, don't look sad to make it seem like you fasting. Yeah, because that's what the Pharisees did. They put a little sad face.
They look at, oh, look at that's the man in the Lord right there. He's fasting.
Hey, during Ramadan, when you go to these fucking corner stores, they're like, oh, I'm so hungry. I haven't ate since Sunday. That shit ain't got
That's
to
funny. They be at my job like that, bro. They be like, can I leave early? Because, you know, it's, and I'm thinking to myself,
You can't even tell
stand up. Nigga, you know, people do this all the time, man. You know. And most of the time, they don't even know. I be at the job, they don't even know what you're doing.
Right.
Hey, over here, can I please? I'm so hungry. The sun hasn't went down.
Right, during the day of atonement, we don't be at work like, oh my gosh, the day of atonement. They don't even know. We don't even
You
go to work.
We done it so
Yeah, but I'm saying that's, it ain't not because of Ramadan, but they throw that shit in your face.
But I'm talking about fasting.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
not their customers. Yeah. They won't feed you. Nobody can. Hey, nobody can.
That's what we do.
But the Lord has built us for these times when we ain't got it. Guess what? Our mind is on our spirit, because the flesh is going to be trying to be like, oh, please. But your spirit will be like, nah, man, you done this plenty of times, bro.
Yeah, look. That's a fact, and that's why we always saying that the Lord is preparing us for what's to come. We all know what it feel like to fast. Brothers done fast for 2 days before. 3.
Intentionally and unintentionally.
Yo, look. And then we know once that 24 hours kick in and you ain't had no food, water, it don't even feel like nothing. You don't even care about eating no more. It's not even like you're gonna die. You actually get better.
You got energy.
Your spiritual systems is all higher. You more tapped in, man. So Jake and the world think they, because they ain't ate today, they gonna die, man.
But what they don't understand is what happens when they get sick. Most of them don't eat. Your body naturally fast. But then for them to mentally have to think that I can't eat nothing for 24 hours, no, you do it all the time. When your ass is sick, the Lord make you lay down in that bed and not eat nothing. Your ass is sitting there.
Look, that's why when this shit crack off and ain't no stores open and Jake ain't went grocery shopping, they gonna be going crazy, bro. Oh shit!
Yeah, niggas get
Man, they gonna
10
go
hours.
nuts.
They
Yeah.
10 hours.
Yeah.
And then you got Jake in the world, man. They're promoting the MOTV. We ain't gonna take this down saying this.
Yeah.
Man, everything else that's over here that he promoted, Jake is fucking using it. And they promoted the shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the importance of fasting, though. That's how you get the Lord dealing with you too, man. That's how you get the Lord to show you all things, man. To get the Holy Spirit to work with us, man. I came into the truth under a fast, man. That's how I came into the truth. Now, over the course of my life, the Lord was showing me little bits and pieces of things here and there, but I didn't get it fully until I went into a fast and was seeking the Lord. I got a quick precept. This is the book of 2 Esdras 9:24, and it reads, "But go into a field of flowers where no house is builded, and eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh, drink no wine, but eat flowers only."
Yeah, Ezra was eating dandelions.
Dandelions in the field.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Dandelions grow all throughout in your yard.
Yeah.
But what do? They go cut them up.
They cut 'em up,
They
yeah.
cut them up and cut the grass down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is actually beneficial for you.
Weed killers, you know how to get it. They put the weed killer in the store. That shit really beneficial to you for the air.
Yeah.
When you breathing that shit, remember back in the 90s, grass smelled different, bro.
Yeah.
They put the grass, that shit was strong.
You smelled that shit.
You smelled it, bro.
They used to have what was it called? It was like honeysuckle. They used to have this little thing, a honeysuckle, and you would pluck it out. We used to go swimming, and you pluck it out, and it had like honey.
At the
bottom.
bottom.
Little kids, you over there eating that shit. You having a good ass time, man. Now, man, you can't touch none of that shit.
He's sort of contaminated on
But
this.
this how you know that the Lord was giving you beneficial things that
Out of the earth.
from the actual earth. You know, know. And then Esau, he finds a way.
He
Trying to make it a law.
He demonized. He was acting like dead the lions was that was just sweet, they're bad for you.
Yeah.
You eat them shits is like heart medicine.
Yeah.
And you put them in your teeth.
Even I don't know if y'all know where that scripture at. It's in Apocrypha where it say
Wisdom of Solomon 7?
the benefits, the most important things like salt and
I got you. Yes,
because they've been telling us all our life that salt is bad for you and give you high blood. Yo, salt,
You need salt.
die without
You
salt.
need salt.
Hey, when you fucking if you get shot, if you have a heart attack, if you dehydrated, the first thing they do, if you come to the hospital incapacitated, the first thing they do is fucking give you an IV.
Yeah.
It's an essential mineral, man.
Which is salt water.
Salt water.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I had to quickly finish that off. Eat the flowers only. 2 Ezra 9:25, and pray unto the highest continually. Then will I come and talk with thee. So it's important to fast, man. It's one of our customs to fast. Day of Atonement, man, like the brother was just going into. You do that 24-hour fast, man. You're like, man, that was it. It's over already. You may struggle with it like the first 10 hours, 12 hours, but then after that, man, it's like, damn, you feel the Spirit working with you. Man, you praying to the Heavenly Father, you
Because
repent.
your flesh is no longer the priority. Now it's your spirit. And now you have that more discernment. That's the thing. Like if you lack stuff, you should be praying and fasting, man.
Yeah, praying.
You know, that the Lord, sometimes you just got to reset it and just fast and pray, the Lord to, increase your wisdom, whatever it may be, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to take hold. A lot of people don't take hold of that, man. You have the ability to actually connect with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
And a lot of people neglect that, man. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah,
Right?
he said to cast out spirits, it's much faster than
Fasting and praying.
Yeah.
But praying, a lot of even if you're fasting, you're not praying. That's why you need both of them.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah.
essential.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna take from a brother that probably haven't fasted in a minute, and he can still be diligent for the Lord. Some brothers might be fasting multiple times, but that brother that probably fasts once in a blue moon, but he's praying and he's being diligent, the Lord's still dealing with him.
That's
too.
heavy.
But it's power in prayer. It's power in
Yeah.
fasting, because like what he said, like the elder said, you reset your whole body.
Yeah.
But we know with Yahweh Shai that the enemy tried to mess with you more when you fasted because you empty. Y'all, man, I can mess with him now, but then you more on fire when it comes to fasting. You reading? That's why nobody should be fasting if you ain't reading.
Yeah, Howard Shai was in the wilderness. Yeah, and then the people was coming to question the Messiah about the disciples. They're like, oh man, you telling us to fast, but these people with you, they're not fasting. He's like, man, when the time is right, they'll fast, but right now they with me, they doing the work. When the time is right, they will fast though. But yeah, so that goes into what you were just saying.
This is Sirach 39, verse 23. It says, as he hath turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt.
Salt. So they tell you that salt is bad for you. That's why you can't listen to Esau. Salt is good for you.
Yeah,
You need salt.
you need salt.
You can't absorb the water without salt.
Yeah.
Not
You really,
not table.
no, not table salt, but salt.
Yo, even when you think
salt,
when
Himalayan
you're
salt,
balling
yeah.
or you working out and you sweat, your sweat tastes like salt.
Yeah, it tastes like
Right, they make electrolytes, and electrolytes got a lot of salt in it to keep you hydrated, keep you hydrated, man.
Now, with the fasting thing, I was gonna say the things written, the 4 times written for our learning. So, if you think about people in the Old Testament that was fasting, like King David, when the Lord said he was going to kill his baby before Solomon, what did he do? He went on a fast. That shows you the power of fasting. He knew that the Lord might not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might not deal
That
with it.
fast. Hey, prayer. What's the is it Kings? It's Kings. First Kings, like
30 something.
21. Where what was the wicked king?
Which one?
It's First Kings.
Ahab.
Ahab.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody get that real quick, because this show you the power of prayer. end, where it say, where the Lord said he was going to kill him.
Yeah.
And he called him an enemy of the Lord.
Yeah.
And he went,
First Kings.
I think it's 21, 1 Kings 21 or the 22nd chapter.
Yeah, because I know first.
And who was it? Was it Isaiah came back and told him because thou prayed or something?
Oh, yeah.
You
You
got
talking
you
about
got-
Hezekiah. When Hezekiah prayed,
that what you talking about?
the
Hezekiah?
Lord gave him 15 more years to live.
That too. That's another
Isaiah.
example.
Yeah.
That's not I'm talking about. But see, Hezekiah wasn't.
He was
as
a good
wicked.
king.
He was wicked, but he wasn't as wicked as Ahab.
At the end, he was a good king.
Yeah. But that's a good example. I'm glad you said that. That's another good example of the power of prayer. Because people be like, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, but they don't believe that prayer going. See, we know the power of prayer.
What is
like
that,
like
James?
people in the world, huh?
Is that James 4 or 5?
I think
The
it's
fervent
5.
prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Feeling much,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
You got it?
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 27. And it came to pass when Ahab heard those words that he rent his clothes.
Hey, go. Her one word. Get the words in there.
Start with,
The Lord said He's gonna smoke his ass.
start with. But there was none like
Oh,
Ahab.
no, 20.
Verse 20. And Ahab said to Elijah, hast thou found me, O mine enemy? He answered, I have found you, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the house. Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy prosperity. It will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up, that left of Israel. Gotta skip down to verse 27 now. And it came to pass when Ahab heard those words, that he rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his flesh
Humbled himself.
and fasted and lay in sackcloth and went softly.
He went softly. He was, I'm saying, he humbled himself. He really, go ahead.
And the word of the power came to Elijah by saying, seest thou how Ahab went humbleth himself before me? Because he humbled himself before me, I will not bring evil in his days, but in his son's days.
So you can't take it as a light thing, prayer in a fast, like oh, it might not work. No, the
The
Lord,
Lord is merciful.
yeah, the Lord merciful. That's important, man.
Yeah.
Prayer and fasting. Ahab, they say Ahab was the enemy of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He was the enemy of the Lord. The Lord heard his prayer. Because he was an Israelite.
When you go into Psalms, David got multiple examples on praying when you overwhelmed, when you got a lot of shit in your mind, when you about to go to war, you're undecisive. David would say, basically, before you go to battle, depend on the Lord. After you go to battle, give him thanks. It's the same when you get food. But people would say that's man's tradition is to pray over food, but you go to a beautiful precept where it says to give thanks to Yahweh for the food that you eat.
Just like that's the book of Psalms. You know, all those books of Psalms. You know, the Lord. You know, David was getting in there.
Yeah. Even in the Maccabees too. When he's under a fast, he said, oh man, they seen the enemies coming. They said, oh man, it's like 700, 800 of them. How we gonna defeat them? We under a fast right now. How we gonna beat them? He went over there and slayed all of them.
Yeah, he said it ain't nothing for the multitude of a lot to be get shut up in the hands of a few.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of James, chapter 5, verse 13. Is any among you afflicted? Let him pray.
Let him pray, man. If any of you is afflicted, man, hey, pray.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
Is any merry? Let him sing songs.
Let him sing songs. And you should be praying. You should be praising Yahweh Shema Shai through everything, man. Through all your trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever you're going through.
Right.
You know, because that, like when you real down, like that's when you're supposed to count on the Lord. But brothers would step away from this. They'd be like, I gotta take 3 weeks, or I gotta get my house in order. But you walking away from the Lord.
It
You ain't
shouldn't be.
coming around.
It shouldn't be only when in the time of trouble.
Right.
That you go and try to pray to the Lord. Right.
Right.
You should be praying to the Lord every
Every
day.
day.
What did Elder Apostle Gabar say? You shouldn't leave a house
Yeah.
without saying a prayer.
Yeah.
That's mandatory.
What's his name? Damn. I forgot the one elder name, but he was like, man, when you in your damn car, man, you better be praying when you drive to your destination. Like, he real fervent on it. Yeah, Apostle Cry, he said it too. Yeah, he definitely said it. There's another elder that said it too.
You shouldn't be doing that all without praying or calling on Yahweh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
That's Isaiah.
that's
6,
second nature at this point.
Verse 6 and 7. You're supposed to give the Lord no rest. You know, especially if you're teaching, you shouldn't be giving the Lord no rest.
You shouldn't be giving the Lord no rest, period.
At
You know
all.
what I'm saying? It don't matter if you can't teach or not. You better be calling upon the name of the Lord, especially the times we dealing in, we live in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the name of the Lord in your spirit as soon as you hop about that bed, man. Now we mess up, we in the flesh, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord got his ways of showing you, man, you better go back to the drawing board, nigga.
Make
You
it
know
a-
what I'm saying?
Make it a conscious effort before you even open your eyes.
Yeah.
You come back to reality in life. It's call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest thing you can do, right there.
Because you can wake up, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I gotta use the bathroom. Boom, hop out the bed, use the bathroom, you get a phone call from your damn boss or whoever, or, you know what I'm saying? And something call you, I already go before you even done. Then you just like, hold on, I gotta go back to the drawing board, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But even, it's really the Lord, because the Lord, the scriptures say the Lord directed your steps, man. It's really the Lord. Everything you're going through, it was already written. You know what I'm saying? But the righteous man, he gonna go back to the Lord, man. He going back to where, you know, the source, man. You know, we going straight up to the power source. That's what we going to.
Verse 14 is any sick among you, let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil, in the name of the Lord.
The name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh.
Yeah, it ain't say go to your local Walgreens and get a booster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what General Hunter would have told you to do. Hey, make sure you get that booster shot.
Go get some Robitussin first.
I want to say that we would never teach you. We would never teach you to take that. But off the straight, you just said something at the end that the oil, like how the brother gave his oil, like through the spirit, it's always good to use that oil to anoint your hand with the hand of the Lord.
Always.
No, I heard of brothers being sick real bad one day and wake up the next day and had the oil right on their forehead and say, yo, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I rolled it on my wife and all, and she was sick. The next day she was up there. You want some pancakes? I'm like, happy. Like, when you really praying to the Lord and you anoint, you serious, the Lord will remove that thing, huh?
Go ahead.
Verse 15, and the prayer of faith shall save the sick,
It says what now?
and for the prayer of faith shall save the sick,
The prayer of the faith shall save the sick, man. Go ahead.
and the Lord shall raise him up. And if he have committed sin, they shall be forgiven.
That's merciful. I talked about mercy right there. Man. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah.
16, verse 16, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another.
Because guess what? We all got faults.
Yeah.
We all got things, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, that's why it's good, you know, even to do lessons about your afflictions and things you've been going through and how the Lord has helped you overcome. Because another brother's going through the same thing, man.
And the other brothers can pray for you.
Yeah.
Come. Yeah,
Oh,
brothers,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
brothers put in the
When
chat
brothers-
all the time, man.
Bro, when brothers pray for you, you feel that. But that shit, the Lord, he moves faster. Like when all the brothers,
Oh, man.
when all the brothers pray, because a lot of times, man, we don't like to be, you know, like kind of grieving the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like telling your brothers about everything you're going through, trying to put them down. You know what I'm saying? But when you do that, a lot of times you be like, man, I'm gonna tell the brothers, man. Next thing you know, they pray. You feel that shit, bro. Yeah, you be like, yo, damn, that shit crazy.
When I had that back change, man.
Yeah.
Brothers prayed, man. I'm talking about, it was like almost immediate, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, you gotta think the apostles back then, they wanted the believers to pray that they could stay in their life by teaching his word because it was heavy. Like everyone always say that back then the apostles, they had to leave their jobs and their family to go actually serve the Lord and go to different places, man. You know, Paul's mission, you know, praying for the men of the Lord, you know, let alone, you know, we praying for the elect you know, the other men, women, and children, if they continue to be diligent.
Yeah,
you
don't
know,
just pray by for yourself, man.
Yeah.
You should be praying for the elect at least,
Yeah,
you know.
for the elect, right?
Absolutely.
You ain't gonna be the only one getting in the kingdom, right?
I always pray for the
That
brothers.
he may be healed.
Read it from the top again.
The book of, is the same verse?
Yeah.
The book of John 55, verse 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray one to another that ye may be healed.
Pray for one another.
Pray for one another.
You're supposed to pray for your brothers.
Right.
I remember the brothers from Rochester, we was on the phone. We talked real close with the brothers. And we was on the phone. And, they saluted me. They said, Shalom, Yahweh Shai Shai Barakatah. And then I said, Shalom, Yahweh Shai. He was like, come on, brother. Where my blessings at? what is you doing? Like, give me my blessings. Like, I was like, oh, shit, select. Yeah, he like, no, that's what he said. He's like, yo, I need mine. Like, what is you doing? Like, but that's how it's supposed to be, though. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yo, but like just like how you said that down, that hit even more. Why it's important. Like when you see your brothers and you give them that greeting, and you say Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Don't just say it nonchalantly.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And you can tell based off of what you said that really that encourage another brother. That when you greet that brother, you leave him or you come to him, you say Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Bless him. You said, Yahweh Shai bless his brother.
Yeah.
It's a greeting and a blessing at the same time.
Ye may be healed. The official,
Sexual,
fervent prayer of righteousness, man availeth
Much. Right? The effectual fervent prayers of the righteous man availeth much.
Right.
You know?
That fervent is going into, you got to be passionate with your prayer, you know? Even though it could be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, you want it to be passionate. That's why when you read, you should be adding certain things you read that really that get planted in your mind.
Yeah, that's what it resonates. That's how important. Don't skip prayer, man.
Yeah.
Don't skip prayer, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get a lesson going into that. You should be praying at least 3 times a day.
Don't do it all nonchalant because you know you're talking to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So you gotta be passionate and meaningful when you say, even if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, because you literally having a conversation with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai.
hey, but the easiest and best prayer, I ain't gonna say best, but it's an easy prayer that because remember Matthew, he said how should we pray?
Yeah.
He said, hey, say this because I already know what you need. Yahweh Shai, he know what you need. So he said, bam, he gave us an easy one. Like if you don't know your Hebrew and stuff, and certain things, the Lord knows what you need. So you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Every day, bro. You got to throw that up.
Yeah.
You got to throw that up. And the Hebrew is a hit different.
Don't finish this real quick.
Verse 17, Elijah was a man subject to like passion as we are.
It said Elijah was subject to, he said such passion, Elijah was subject to the same things that we going through.
And he prayed earnestly that he might not rain.
He said he prayed earnestly that it might not rain. And guess what? Oh, go ahead.
And it rained not the earth by space of 3 years.
3 years.
And 6 months.
So
3
3
years
and
and
a half
6 months.
years, one man, Elijah, prayed that it wouldn't rain on the earth, and it didn't. And that shows you the power of prayer. This ain't no joke. This ain't no made up story.
And that's one.
That's one person.
That's one person.
But when you look at it in the spirit too, that look at the
That's
time
why he
that
said, Salah, he said, that's why he said the prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And then through the spirit, like even right now, look how the times is moving. When you really think about it, a lot of the men of the Lord is praying that things unravel and things unfold. And you got to think, brothers, the great millstone, right? And brothers that cleave to it, they asking for that MOTV to be pushed. And you see how it's getting pushed and promoted in every direction. In a minute, it's gonna fully be here, man.
Yeah, the Lord said, hasten the day.
I mean, I'm believing in prayer that I'm asking for him to bring the destruction in this. And as soon as this year comes, you see what we just saw, that be making you feel like, man, I was just praying that destruction just happened.
And that was Elijah, right? We know Elijah, John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Howard Shai said that the least in the kingdom is going to be greater than John the Baptist, man. He shut up the rain for 3.5 years, man.
Man.
Yep. And
That's that.
I got two. Y'all done? Are y'all done?
Collectible. See? Look how the Lord worked.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 5. It says, and if any man will hurt them, speak about the two witnesses, Judah and Ephraim, fire proceedeth out of their mouth. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. Right? What is that? That's them prophesying, right? Teaching. It says, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man...
Salakia, what did Howard Shai say? If you have the faith, you can tell that mountain to be removed and cast into the sea. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're trying to cast this mountain into the sea, man.
Isaiah 13:2, prophesying against that high mountain, right? It says, and devour their enemies, and if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. And these have the power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecies. We're quoting Elijah, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will, speaking of Moses, but he's really speaking about the 12 as a whole, and they will be able to ask in plagues here and there on the earth, man.
Oh, man.
Spiritual powers, man. In the name of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh.
Yeah.
So the Lord going to do great things in the minute of the Lord, man.
Mark 11, verse 22, and Yahweh answering saith unto them, have faith in Yahweh. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and he be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them.
It says that you pray and you shall receive. And guess what? We do that prayer. Give me the Matthew 6. We might as well bring that out. Because that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're telling that mountain to be removed.
Yeah.
That's by this prayer right here.
Hey, quick testimony. One time I was down bad, you know what I'm saying? I was about to go to it's a barber shop I used to go to on Main Union and shit. I was about to ask one of the barbers, I give him like $10. You know what I'm saying? I was on my way there, and when I got to like right in front of the barber shop, it was like a $20 bill right there. I didn't even have to, and after I picked it up, like I was still fucked up. I wasn't getting paid till Friday, but I knew like from just, I only needed 10 and I had got 20. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be straight.
Yeah.
The Lord showed me that he had me, and that it was going, like, I already knew, like, the rest of the week. And the way it played out was,
the Lord tapped that done.
I was like, man, I don't need 10. That's double.
Those feelings be amazing.
Right, it was like, but that gave me faith for, like, the coming days out there.
Lord, he gonna always show you he with you, man. One way or another, he gonna always show you he with you, man. Over here, drop you a dub, have somebody come bless you.
Book of Matthew 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye.
Oh, go up. It's 7, I believe. Maybe 8. 7. Where it say, where he asked him how should we pray? I think it's 7. Go ahead. Nah, Matthew.
Another one.
Do that and then go back to the Matthew.
No, you can go ahead.
I think I found it. Yeah, it was Luke 11:1. And it came to pass as he was praying in a certain place, when he ceased, one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John also taught his disciples.
Right.
And want to go on the Luke
Go to Matthew, please.
Book of Matthew 56 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as in heaven.
Right, and just right there is that prayer to cast this covering mountains into the sea, man. Because we want what's in heaven to be like what it is on earth, man. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's the mindset. That's the mindset of the elect.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to build up no safe haven,
Yeah.
no comfortability on this
No.
side, because this is nowhere near compared to the heaven, you know, where the Father is. Right? You want the same thing that it says in that scripture on earth. Right?
Yeah. You're in captivity.
Yeah.
You're asking for land in your jail cell.
Right.
Can I get a little more room in my jail cell? That's what you're asking.
Look. And then they listen. Everybody not the way they thinking about it. Just think, yo, fellow brothers, your people in your congregation, they still gonna have to work.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be fucking ruling, bro.
Right.
I don't want to work.
We want to be. We want our brothers in the rulership class, man. You know what? I want my brother going to damn work.
Yeah.
We're still in this life of
Yeah,
envy,
man.
and
All
strife. So
that evil.
when somebody get more,
Yeah.
brothers gonna be tripping. This is not the place, man.
And you know what, and it's like, you know, it's well documented what these devils do when we do manage to get distance away from these devils, man, build our own spaces, man.
Yeah.
They come and
Tulsa,
burn it down
Oklahoma.
to the fucking ground, man. So that's stupid for you to even come out your mouth saying something like that, man.
But that's that fleshly mind, man.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Verse 11. Give us this day our daily bread.
Right. So give us just enough.
Yeah.
We don't need to be rich. We don't want to be rich on this side, right?
Right.
We just need enough, right, to make it through our daily lives, man.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Because when you get it, what happens?
Yeah. The Lord said
Proverbs 30.
It's damn near impossible for a rich man to enter the kingdom.
Somebody get Proverbs 30 and 8.
And then even if you look at it, it's not a sin that if you do have that type of money, but the Lord just gave you a plain example of saying, just get your daily bread.
daily bread.
Because that's what the Lord
The Lord can bless
and that's
you.
Him saying that.
Yeah.
That's the Lord saying that. Not no regular man. That's the Lord saying, just get your daily bread.
Yeah, because we're seeking the kingdom.
Yeah. Get that
This
real
is
quick.
Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, remove fire from me, the vanity and lies. It says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. One more of that?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Okay, it says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh?
Yeah, you get that money and then you don't care about the Lord no more.
Who is your house?
I'm good. I got my big house. I got all these hoes back here. I'm living good, man. You're not thinking. You're not waking up thinking about the Lord.
Yeah, and that
Remember when
goes,
the
that goes back to the kings in the northern kingdom. Because now they being kings,
Yeah.
you got all the riches, you get what you want.
Yeah.
Now that made them, that helped push them away from the Lord. Because I got all this power, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
I can have all the women.
Yeah.
I got these motherfuckers as servants. I got these lands. I'm shaking hands with other nations. Man, I'm a damn God myself.
You will start
Yeah, how
getting
was I
blinded.
saying? Yeah.
You will start getting blinded thinking the Lord already with you.
Yeah, he's
You
in the
will start putting off the work. You will start, you know what I'm saying? You'll be in a different mindset, man.
Yeah.
That's why when you like, let me finish this real quick.
That's what Moses said. That's why Moses didn't want to be looked like an Egyptian.
It says, Proverbs 30 in verse 9, it says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Most High in vain. So that's why you want to be in that perfect, right in the middle, man. You want to have, you want to be, give me our daily bread, man. Because if you're too low, you're too poor, you're gonna start, man. You're gonna tap into survival mode, man. But if you got too much, you're gonna be like, man, damn shit, the Lord, I'm already good.
And when you ain't got it, you be crying unto the Lord.
Yeah.
Psalms 34. It says, the righteous cry unto the Lord,
Yeah.
and their prayers are heard. He hears them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of, that it on that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay,
That's
Kyle,
it.
go back.
Yo, and Solomon had that example. What did he pray for? He prayed for wisdom and knowledge. And the Lord said, oh, wow.
He gave it all to him in abundance.
I'm going to give you what you didn't pray for.
Yeah.
Most Jake, if they had that genie like Shaq, or which it was Shazam or whatever, most Jake would ask for riches and power. But they wouldn't ask for wisdom and knowledge from the heavenly, the divine power. Wow.
Had a precept.
That's why I had to finish this off.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I got it. Then you got it, bro. And I get mine.
Okay.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver
Lead
us
us
from
not in temptation, man. Right, and we are in these moments of temptation. The ultimate temptation is coming, man. All right, and we want to be delivered from that temptation, man. You know, like what is that? Revelation 3:11. You know, I can't even paraphrase that.
Be taken from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, taken from the hour of temptation. Go ahead.
For thine is the kingdom, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, ever. Amen.
So let it be.
For if we forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Is that a Luke?
Go ahead. I got a thought. You got it.
It's the book of, now this is going into remaining humble and lowly, and not trying to be rich on his side. It's the book of Sirach 35:13, and it reads, "He will not accept any person against the poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed." Yeah, it's you know, just that daily bread, man.
Even in the spirit, the Lord hears the cries of the innocent blood that they shed on the side. You know?
And you should be getting that spiritual daily bread either too.
Yeah.
You know, and you shouldn't neglect people from getting that daily spiritual bread. So you're supposed to be feeding the sheep, man. You're supposed to be feeding them this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
Like a lesson I did said, are you spiritually hungry? Because we hungry for all the other things, entertainment, enjoyment, comfort, love, sex, all these other things, but are you hungry for the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of how about you now shine? Right? Like brothers always say, when they go like a day without doing the lesson, that motherfucker like, man, damn, man, that shit make you feel a certain way. Or when you at work, and because I know this brother, he be doing a lot of reading and got to do numbers, but he trying to do a lesson. If something happened with the machine, he be like, man, I'm about to go do this lesson. Man, the fucking machine. And they like mess you up. You should have seen him calculating his precepts into the machine, and you about to go get ready to go do a lesson, and then like it throws you off, but you got that itch, like, man, I gotta hurry up this topic, and then you go watch, you listen to a lesson, the brother is bringing out what you about to bring out. Now I gotta go do it.
Because you strike it because you gotta strike when it's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know when it's hot in your spirit, you're like, yo, I gotta get this shit off, man.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the fire got died down, and then the point that the direction you was going to in the lesson, it ain't there no more. You can bring it out.
Yeah, I don't feel right, man. I be itching.
I got a precept though. This Psalms 18 and verse 6. It says, "In my distress, call upon Yahweh." It says, "In my distress, I called upon Yahweh." It says, "And cried unto the Most High." It says, "He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even unto his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled." It says, "The foundation also of the hills moved and were shaken because he was wroth." Now, what are we doing? Every single day we're calling upon Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. And what is he doing? He's taking his kingdom down day by day.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like the more fervent you get in this, and this is why the Lord has given brothers a certain increase. Because this shit about to be over, bro. It seems like every time, the new year come or something spiritual happen, and brothers is doing more, the nation start doing more. The prophecies start coming to pass more. The evils that he saw, their horns start showing more. You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing, our prayers is really being heard, man. Heavenly Father is really hearing our prayers. This shit's about to be over, bro.
I couldn't have said it better, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. The more lessons I put out, the more you prophesy, man. I turn on the TV, it's just more It's just jumping off the pages, man.
This is Sirach chapter 17, verse 7. It says, with hell, he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them good and evil. And he set his eyes upon their hearts that he might show them the greatness of his works. When you go to Jeremiah 17 and 10, the Lord searched the hearts to try to reign and give every man according to his ways. Matthew 6:21, wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure is. So the things that's revealed unto us is because the Lord had looked at your heart. The Lord know that you want this knowledge. Remember when brothers really wanted to have the right understanding of Romans 11? That we try to go get that, and the Lord allowed brothers to have understanding. Then brothers start speaking about the MOTV and going here. Now brothers be going all in prophecies.
So like, I didn't cut you off. But you remember around that time when we was first coming into the right doctrine?
Yeah.
Brothers was fasting like none other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Brother, like every Sabbath, we all was fasting.
Yeah, we was,
You know what I'm saying? We was doing it like every other day.
Yeah.
And that's when the Lord started giving us the increase. We started to understand that, oh, this is really, this is really what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was really the Lord, because when you sacrifice for your house outside, that's what he give you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put something else off that you was doing, and he gave you more understanding, man.
Yeah. It says, and he gave them the glory of his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life for a heritage. Right? So through the Spirit, the Lord gave us his knowledge. I'm not saying we are the elect, but we have that mentality. We are the hopeful elect. We're hoping.
Yeah.
You know, something we don't see yet, but our hope is making us move because that hope go into faith. You know, and the knowledge that the Lord has given us, we're here to present it, you know, as a buffet for the sheep. I mean, you get this lesson, get this lesson. You know, brothers is being sufficient in their work.
And I noticed that, I be noticing that, you know, you can tell the spirit of your own brothers, man. There's a lot of brothers, we be going into like milk. We just do a whole bunch of milk scripts. We do a whole bunch of milk videos.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into something a little bit more, you know, complex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the Lord, man. Even the milk is what brought us in this thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, man, you can get beguiled. You be like, oh man, damn, I done brought this up. But no. The Lord telling you to go into it, maybe it's a point you didn't bring out in your last video. I don't know, that just, you know, that's just my thought. That's my thought process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know, really, man, because, you know, like I said, too much idle time, man. We already know what the scriptures say about that. You know what I'm saying? It really, you know, if your mind is occupied on something in the scriptures, it's better than for it to not be occupied at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that just, it's not, the lessons we do is not just for the sheep, it's for us as well, too, but it's morally for them. But it's really to keep us in a certain spirit, man.
Right. Go to 33.
33? Oh, 33? Oh, 33 and 7?
Yeah, start at 2.
2?
Yeah. 2 and we'll go to 9.
Ezekiel chapter 33, in verse 2, it says, O Lord, be gracious unto us. It says, we have waited for thee. It says,
That Ezekiel?
Oh, Slocky, that's 30, that's Isaiah, but that's fire though. I can go
What if you got?
That's fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
You might have to bring that one out after.
Yeah, that was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. We have waited for you. That's a be gracious to us because we have waited for you. We waiting patiently, man.
Yeah.
Suffering, man. Oh, that's fire. Damn.
There you go. Remember that? Isaiah?
It's a lot.
Somebody get it there. Somebody, Isaiah 33?
33 and 2, yeah, that's
33
great.
and 2.
It's a lot. That's the spirit heart. Ezekiel 33, in verse 2, it says, Son of man, speak unto the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the word come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet, and say, warn the people. It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword cometh and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're warning people right now. You know, we keep saying that we're warning people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and to the people, and the people be not warned, it says, if the sword come and take any person from amongst them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Right, and that's the thing. We're trying to get the blood off of our hands, man. We're trying to get the blood off of our hands. So we're warning. You know, we're warning our people, man. Right? It's 2026. The Lord is turning stuff up, man. And while you think you're good and you're at a good estate, hey, it's about to get bad out here, man. It's about to get real bad. And that's what we're out here to warn and show our people at the end of the day, man.
Right.
You know, you're going to be caught up, you know, in the cares of this life. And the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night, man. Because everybody's going to be comfortable in this thing. You know, they're going to talk their shit. They're going to do what they do. And the Lord is going to come swiftly upon them, man. You know, and bring destruction.
And that sword can be in multiple things. It could be a weapon. It could be an example of a tool like the paragma. And it could be them implementing laws, legislation, or martial law, right?
Jeremiah 15:1.
Okay.
Get that one.
Okay.
Keep reading. I forgot. Is that
One more.
Yeah.
I believe it says, Ezekiel 33:7, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me.
Right.
You know, we got you can't say you weren't warned, man. We're giving you that warning. All right.
And to be a watcher, you got to be observant. That's why, like, how brothers can look at the news. He might do a lesson, and I might keep something, and it might be, he might say a word a certain way of breaking it down, and I might say something that might be in a certain way that can pull in the sheep, because we're observing a whole matter, you know. And like brothers know what happened in January 1st, December 31st to January 1st, that all those billionaires met at St. Bart's. You know about that? All the billionaires, all of them, from out of the whole world, 100 of them went to a resort that they do their little Illuminati little meetings, but it was called St. Bart's, where they brought all their yachts to this Pacific island. And you can only be a billionaire, and they bring their little millionaire puppets, black and all different nationalities, and they come and they had a little secret party. And they already said Jeff Affleck, Jeff Bezos, Trump, his little friends, they all was at St. Bart's, the New Year's high. You know? So you gotta know that Proverbs 4:16, man.
The best thing about it is the Lord has sent multiple watchmen. So you got multiple people on the tower watching. So if one man doesn't catch it, another man catches it. Another man doesn't catch it, it's another. And it's a multitude of them. And they're all watching, and they're all showing and warning different things, because it might be something that this brother didn't see, but another brother sees something else coming too. You know, and that way the alarm gets sound throughout the whole. That way you can't say you weren't warned, man. At the end of the day.
This is Jeremiah 15:1. Then say Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Hey, we're going into Jacob's trouble. You know, we've stepped in, and now it's about to just get quicker and quicker, man.
Oh, man.
It's about to get crazier and crazier.
The onion getting peeled.
Yeah.
You know, Kia just said that by 2030, they're not going to use physical phones. We going to be the phone. You know?
There you go.
It says, verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to captivity.
Right. Hey, the Lord, He's got it all for you. You know, those who don't want to listen, hey, guess what? You know, the judgment is coming. That's what we're prophesying. Judgment is coming upon all men. You know, whether it's righteous, you're going to get a righteous reward or a wicked reward based upon what you've done, man. You know?
Yep. I got this precept. This is Revelations 22:11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
And this is a perfect thing in 2026, which is what? It's the year of what?
In the year of the apostates, the sellouts, and the heathens.
Bug outs, right, and everything else, man. The Lord is this year. You saw what happened last year. I'm talking about Sakari disappeared. I'm talking about completely dissolved.
Look, the poof.
Kapoof.
Yeah.
All right. What more? 2026, man.
Like literally. Wow, that was a good one. Verse 12, it says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be.
That's right.
So even the wicked gonna have a beautiful reward, and the righteous gonna have a glorious reward. Which one is you? Right?
All right.
And when through the spirit.
All right.
And the Lord gonna have you stay. If you filthy, you gonna be presented filthy. If you righteous, you will be presented righteous.
And we want that. The reward we want is to be able to stand on that sea of glass and watch the unrighteous get their reward. All right, and Babylon get its judgment. All right, that's what we want, man.
They say our course is done. Right? And, I just get this one. This will be my last one. Just because this is Psalms 126, verse 1. When Yahweh Shema Shai turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dreamed, and then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have done great things for them. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, as the streams in the south, man. We're gonna be like them that dream. We gonna laugh. And the nation gonna say, man, he did good things for them. And we gonna say, man, he did great things for us, man. We finished our course, man. That's the main mission.
We ain't gotta hear people just jabbing, jib-jabbing, and all types of shit, man.
Yeah, man.
This is what we looking for, man. We tired of this place.
Man,
and we continue to prophesy against this place, man.
You ever woke up from a nightmare and be like, woo, that ain't real.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be. Like, man,
that's how it was in Freddie Cougar.
When you get transformed into that new body, you finally realize,
And the Lord ain't teaching you nothing at that time. You got a glorified body, a new mind. You gonna be in the knowing. You're in the doctrine right now.
You gonna immediately know all your past life.
You gonna know who you really was.
That's crazy.
Hey, was I Jonathan? You never understand? Like, come on, man. The last point. When you look at John the Revelator, when he was eating a roll, it said sweet and bitter. You know, that sweet part is having that, knowing about the immortality, the salvation, right? The glorified bodies.
All the things that feel good. All the things that feel good coming into this truth.
Oh, man.
That they take heed to.
Second Ezra 8 and 4, 5, swallow down.
Yep, swallow down on my soul.
Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 4.
Yeah, you can start at 3.
Second Ezra 8 and 3. There will be many created, but few shall be saved. So answered I and said, swallow them down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom.
Right, eating that roll, right?
For thou hast agreed to give ear, and are willing to prophesy. But thou hast no longer faith, and only to live.
Right, and that's listen, for 2026, man. That's all you got to do. That's 2026. That's what you should be doing. Devouring wisdom and going and prophesying. All right.
That's the main thing you do when you come in this truth.
You know, what else would you rather be doing?
Hey, you agreed to give ear. So at the end of the day, man, you stepped into this thing. You stepped into the Lord's ring, and that's all you got to do.
Blood in, blood out.
Blood in, blood out.
That's it.
So the Lord said, oh yeah? Yeah, hey man, you in this thing, man. Ain't no out. Ain't no outie, man. You ain't in the outie. You know what I'm saying? You in. Or I'm getting your ass.
But if brothers don't got nothing else, let's face the east. Let's give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh. All right, once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days. Another mighty shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. All right, a shalom. Another body shalom to the elders, Salaki, the household of faith.
That's right.
All right, you know, stay diligent, stay focused. All right, hey, listen, you've been warned, man.
That's right.
You know, and with that, we say a ball,
Abide the ball.
and shalom.
Shalom.